Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So the past few weeks have been so difficult for me. Physically, I have not been in the greatest space. I've just been going through the most. I've been going through several kinds of hell. Several kinds of hell. And so let's just break it down. I came on here just to share a little bit about that. And yeah. So last month, at the beginning of last month, I went on an international trip, AV. I went on a work trip. We went to Botswana. And yeah, that was really amazing. And it was my first time out of the country. I was really excited about that. Just an amazing opportunity. So grateful to God for having allowed that to happen, for having put me in such a space. And I was just feeling very great emotionally. So then I'm ready. My passport is ready. I've packed my bags. I'm just ready to go. Okay, I'm on the road because we were driving to Botswana. It's not far from South Africa, just like a couple of hours away if you're driving. And then if it's a flight, hi, maybe like an hour, maybe 2.5 hours, I'm guessing, because going to Cape Town is like 2 hours and a couple of minutes. Whatever, we're not here for the math or the numbers. Anyway, let me not deviate. So then, okay, we're going to Botswana. I was packed. I was ready to go. Okay, and then the night before, and the night before, I fell ill. So I got this intense flare. And if you have endo, you know that flares are not a stranger to the endo experience. Okay, it's not something that is foreign. The frequency at which I've experienced flares has changed, however, so this came as a surprise. I've mentioned on this channel that prior to a couple of months ago, I had been experiencing flares very consistently, very continuously. Every other day was me and the flares. Hence the use of a hot water bottle, hence the painkillers and stuff and stuff and stuff. So at that stage, I was like not experiencing them as much. So that flare just came out of nowhere. And it knocked me off of my hinges because I was like, oh, what is this? I'm supposed to be excited for a trip, and now this is gonna happen. I really felt as though my body was betraying me. I felt as though my body had let me down because I'm just like, girl, this is a good thing, and I can't be in the moment and be present and celebrate it because my body is playing tricks on me. What is that? And of course, that does a lot to your mental state because you start to feel very burdensome. This was a trip I couldn't get out of. My mom was like, can't you just like not go? And I was like, no, everything has been paid, everything has been planned, accommodation has been paid, they're expecting me, all of that. And I just also don't want to pass up on a trip of a lifetime, all expenses paid, what? So I couldn't. And that was very stressful. But then, okay, so I get out of that state of being miserable and feeling sorry for myself, and I'm like, I need to solve this problem. I think the blessing that has come with having, okay, hear me out. Having endo is not a blessing, it's not fun, it's not beautiful. But I think the beauty that has come out of my experience is the fact that I've given myself the time to do the research, to do the work, to try different things. It's been a process of experimentation, it's been a process of a trial and error. So at this stage I kind of know what works and what doesn't. So then I tell my mom, like, I've run out of Gen Pains. So Gen Pain is a specific painkiller that I take one of. I've spoken about this on my channel. Guys, I reference a lot of things that I've spoken about. So if you are on this episode, there are so many episodes that have come before. So please go and catch up because you will be confused and it makes no sense for me to repeat things that I've said on several occasions. For you, whereas other people have been here, come on. So these are the Gen Pains. This is what they look like. They are not prescription medication. This is something you can get over the counter at Clicks or Discam. So my mom quickly went to get that. This is also not a in tablet form. It's not a tablet. It's a capsule, right? It's a capsule. So this is what it looks like. Capsules look like this. Capsules look like this. They just take longer to to be absorbed into your bloodstream, to dissolve and stuff like that, but they really work. I take these for inflammation. I struggle a lot with inflammation around, so I started taking these in high school when I started experiencing period pain. and I didn't understand where that was coming from. That was way before I knew I had endo. And so I take this when I was on my period, and they would work like a charm. And then of course over the years they stopped working because I take them so often. I think I got immune to them, and then I needed something stronger and stronger to deal with the pain. At that time I thought it was just period pain, but it's also been pelvic pain, as we have discovered. So and then 2 years ago I started experiencing inflammation. My gums would get swollen prior to my period, and at that time I didn't know that it was associated with my period, and it was in the luteal phase where your body just goes crazy on you, and also has a lot to do with the endo. Anyway, so I take these for my swollen gums. 2 years ago, like for like 3 days I couldn't speak, and I took them, and they really saved my life. Fast forward to this year, I'm going through this flare. My legs hurt like crazy. The pelvic pain is insane. On a scale of 1 to 10, I was probably on a 9. I was not okay on that night. I needed a miracle. I prayed to God. I was like, God, make me okay. I need this to work. I need to be okay for the trip. So I took 2 of these girls, and then I also took the still pains. I've spoken about these on my channel. Let me just show you. For the benefit of those who haven't seen what they look like, this is what they look like. These are not in capsule form. This is an actual tablet, right? I took them together in conjunction with each other, and they worked. They didn't work like 100%, but then I was able to sleep and just like rest. I think my body also needed me to rest a lot, as to accommodate this medication going through my body. Excuse me. Bear in mind, guys, that I haven't been taking a lot of medication of late. I'm not on Visan anymore and such related medication. So when I spoke about the holistic methods of healing at the beginning of the year that I want to throw myself into, I really thrown myself into them. I really hopped in. If you've watched my previous videos, the last time I was talking about the teas that I take, I've been doing those kinds of things. So the idea of taking painkillers, I also felt as though I was betraying myself, because I was like, we spoke about this. Why anything but I was in a fix, and sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And I'm grateful to have access to such kinds of medications, because I wouldn't have been able to go on my trip. Anyway, fast forward. It's the morning of the trip. I wake up. I'm still in pain, but I'm not on a level 9 out of 10. It's probably like a 3 or 4. So okay, we're getting there. I decide to take a warm bath. I eat, take the painkillers again. This time I'm feeling drowsy, but I'm not the one driving to Botswana. I can just sit at the back and just chill, enjoy the scenery, take cute videos, nap if I want to. It's cool. And then so slowly I could feel myself getting back to myself. We left for Botswana. I was okay. We got there. I had the time of my life. Boy, we had a time last night.
Boy, we had a time last night. Boy, we had a time last night.
Because it was just so fun, and at least my body was able to cooperate, and I was able to be present and be in that moment and have a great time. We got back. I was okay. I didn't go back to work on Monday. I went on Tuesday, and it was good. Okay. Fast forward to this month. The beginning of this month, I get another flare. So I took a trip to Cape Town last weekend, and the beginning of November. No pain whatsoever the day before, no pain on the night before. I take my flight, I'm good. We land, it's an amazing time. Cape Town is an amazing time. And then we come back. I'm on the flight back. Wait a minute. What the hell is going on? I felt as though I felt pain. And I'm trying to detect where this pain is coming from and what could possibly cause it. Because every time I experience pain, I get into survival mode. I'm like, what is this? Where is it coming from? And how can I end it now? Because being in pain is not fun. It's not cute. So then I'm like, okay. So I have I'm not going to say I have a small bladder, but I pee very frequently. And so I try my best to pee as much as I can before the flight, and to pee as soon as I land. I don't like using toilets on planes, because I just think they're disgusting. And I just can't do that to myself, and I'm sensitive, so I don't want to pick up a nasty UTI or something because of whatever. So if it means maybe holding my pee a little longer than I usually do, don't judge me. It's not great, but hey. And so I was like, I need to pee. So I needed to pee in that moment, but I hadn't needed to pee for a long time. I think I needed to pee for in the last 30 minutes of the flight. I needed to pee. I was like, but you know what? I'll just pee when we land. So I'm thinking, is this pain from me needing to pee? Is it coming from my bladder? But I'm like, no. I feel around the area and I'm like, no, that's not where the pain is coming from. The pain intensifies. Now it's like acutely leg pain. We have a problem. Mind you, I don't have a painkiller on me because when you're on the plane you can't sit with your carry bag if it's too big. You have to put it on the the shelves, the compartments above the seats. So my bag was up there. The only thing I had on me was the book that I was reading on the flight, my phone, and a lip gloss. What up? A lip gloss stick, guys. What's that? What good is that gonna do for me? And you can't just like get up and like, sorry, can you please pass me that bag? No. So I was like, you know what, whatever it is, right now I'm gonna thug it out, and whatever it is, I'm gonna deal with it when we land. Sure. Okay, we land, the stress of it all. We are landing, you have to go to the thingy, that circle thingy, and get your luggage. Now you have to proceed to the exit and find your way home. So I had to take an Uber home. And if you've ever had to take an Uber from the airport, you know the stress that comes with that. It is so overwhelming. You are tired from a trip. You just don't want to do it. You just don't want to do any of that. And so I had to deal with that. And plus I'm in pain. I didn't get time to take the painkillers. I'd eaten before the flight. I hadn't eaten like recently. So I don't like taking pills on an empty stomach. So I was like, you know what? I'll deal with this when I get home. Got off the flight, got my luggage, got my Uber, was out of there. I was in my mother's house, quick and fast. Okay. So then I come home. I decide to take the pill combination again, but this time I think I only took one of these, the Gen Pains, and then one of the Still Pains. And then I'm like, let me just chill and rest. I think I ate because my mom had cooked. Bless that woman. So, but not too much. So I had enough in my stomach to accommodate a pill so as not to, you know. And then, sure, that was it. And then, luckily, I didn't have to go to work on the Monday, which was the next day, and I could rest. But even on Monday, I wasn't 100%. I was still in pain. It was even affecting the way I was walking, guys. But at one point, I was in the kitchen, and my sister had to like help me towards the living room just to sit down and just to take a breath because it was just a lot. Luckily, come Tuesday, I was able to go back to work. I wasn't 100%, but in the afternoon, I was much, 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 much better. And yeah, my mental state during those moments is never great because I'm just like, ah, not again. Like, it's not like I blame myself, but I'm just like, maybe I need to be kinder to my body because I'm like, girl, you are letting us down. We need you. Like, when you, this is probably like the worst analogy, but hear me out. When you bet on a horse and the horse along the race, it gets injured or it starts to slow down for some reason, or maybe it didn't get enough rest over the prior to the race, and you're like blaming yourself, guru. Oh no, I bet so much money, how can you let me down? Come on, you're supposed to be a winning horse, blah 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 blah. I do that to myself because whenever I'm in pain, I'm like, we have a deadline to meet. Have you done this, done on the third? You have to go there, you have to do this. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you letting me down? And then I just get into some like some state where I'm just like, no. But I always come back to myself. So over the course of time and over like multiple experiences of flares, you get with it. Some days are easier than others. Some flares are easier than others also. And so I'm establishing a pattern. I'm not sure if there is a pattern, but we'll see. So I got the first flare on the 3rd of October. I got the second on the 3rd of November. If I get the same flare on the 3rd of December, then I'll know. Then if I know that, I can better accommodate it. I can better prepare for the flare. If it means making sure that I am not busy on the day, so canceling all my plans beforehand or not even making any plans, knowing that on the 3rd of every month, at the beginning of every month, I'm not going to be 100%, so I'd rather stay home and not overcommit myself or commit myself to plans that I won't be able to show up for. At work, if it means meeting my deadlines before then so that I have a slower week and I'm not as like the way I normally am productivity wise compared to other days of the month. and so be it. If it, like, you know what I'm saying, then maybe I can take time off work. I can better accommodate that. Or if I have to be at work on the third of that month, doesn't fall on a weekend, I can start drinking the turmeric tea a week before, a week in advance, just to bring my body into that. Whatever it is, I don't like to be caught slipping. I like to be prepared. When you have a condition like endo, you are seldom prepared for anything, but you can do what is within your power and try your best. All I do is try my best. So try your best. I also wanted to say, oh guys, please, ne? Um, disclaimer. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional in any capacity. I'm just a girl. So anything that I say on this channel, be it me talking about medication, me talking about oils or remedies that I use and take, please guys, this is not any medical advice. Take it with a grain of salt, bearing in mind that people are different, bodies are different. Whatever thing that you want to start using or emulating on this channel, please first consult your gynae or your general practitioner, your doctor, whatever. If this is a combination, this combination really works for me. It has saved my life. It has really saved me from so many situations, but it doesn't mean it could do the same for you. And so proceed with caution, knowing that I'm not a doctor. Okay, guys, I'm just a girl who's experiencing endometriosis and is documenting her journey and sharing what she thinks will be helpful to the rest of the endo community. So please don't get me into trouble. And then you go to clicks or disclaimer, and then you get this and you're like Shoma said, and then next thing you take 2 of the gen pains and you pass out, and then it's me. It can't be. It cannot be on me, my girl, my love, please. So let's be safe. Let's proceed with caution. Let's be good. Let's not just yeah. So what else did I want to say? I'm also just grateful that I have access to this. I have access to these kinds of medication. There's still pain medication. There's still pain. Painkillers are prescription, so they're not as accessible. But like I said, the gen pains you can get over the counter. They help with inflammation. They've helped me with leg pain and whatever. The boxes, they are anti-inflammatory, contains paracetamol, and yeah, anti-inflammatory. That's it. Any kind of inflammation you experience. But I'm really still an advocate of like holistic methods, so natural remedies to deal with inflammation. Talking turmeric, we're talking about anything that will just bring down the inflammation as effectively as possible. But yeah, guys, that's what's been happening over the past few weeks. It has been a lot. So I'm trying to think, okay, the first flare might have been caused by my period, which was coming, because I think it came shortly after the trip to Botswana, and so maybe my body was in that phase where like, okay, let's mess her up. Let's shake things and see what she's gonna do. The second flare that I experienced this month might have been as a result of traveling. So if traveling is very taxing, not just emotionally but physically. It does a lot to the body. If you're gonna be on a plane for a couple of hours and stuff like that, it's a lot. Wherever you're going, maybe it's a different environment. The weather is different people. You're using a lot more energy. It's a lot. So these situations are very taxing, and maybe I'm the kind of person whose body has to adjust to everything, and I'm just going with the motions and stuff like that, and it's just one of those things. So that was it, guys. So I'm saying all of this to say, if you feel like you're alone, you're having one of those moments and you're like, my body, why me? Oh my gosh, why me? Yeah, you're not alone. I for one have had so many of those moments. If there's anyone who has had those moments, it's me, where you just feel alone. You feel like your body is giving up on you. I'm too young to be experiencing all of this. It's like you would be going about your life normally and you're good, and then it's like, oh, this is a thing, excuse me. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is, but we keep moving, we keep pressing forward. And like I said, it's a thing of trial and error. You try this, it doesn't work. You try that, it doesn't work. You try this, it possibly works. You combine it with that. It's just like you're hopping around. Everybody is different, and so do things that work for you. but don't be afraid to try. And the very least, just try. I don't want this video to be longer than it has gone on for. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. If you've come to the end of this video, you've gotten to the end, you've gotten to this point, please, man, please just subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. I will see you in the next one. I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope you're having an amazing Sunday, a blessed Sunday, and I hope that this is a beautiful week and it's one of the good weeks, emotionally, mentally, physically. I love you. See you in the next one. Bye.
So many things are changing.